I bought yarn. Welcome back to the Knit Guru. There's something that we didn't need from me is yet another yarn haul. However, I had a good reason. I've signed up for a Projectarian cow. Now for this, I figured what I'll do is I will attempt one of her other projects before the cow starts in June. But what I found was a whole stack of these projects that involved working with fur yarn. Now I've worked with fur yarn many years ago when I was knitting, but I've never crocheted with fur. So rather than trying to dig through the stash and find some fur, I thought I would order some fur. So I went to Spotlight and I ordered some of this. To be fair, I ordered like 5 balls of it. I got 1 balls of it because, I don't know, the rest must have been out of stock or something. It's quite a fat fur. Hopefully there's enough for the jerboa, but I'm not entirely sure. But while I was there, I wasn't going to stop with just 1 ball of yarn because I tried ordering 5. Well, I've got this far. I've done the 2 arms. It's very early. Some people are sleeping. But I've done this. This is the first time I've used the row marking yarn. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, but I'm trying it because that's how she writes her patterns, and I'm sure that's what it's going to be like in the mystery cow. Next thing is the back legs, which are more complicated than the front legs. I've finished my jerboa. Now what have I learned about working on this wee fella? 1, he's a yarn eater. These ears, 42 stitches around. So it used more than a ball of the white yarn, to be completely honest. What do I think about working with fur? No, is the general answer. You kind of end up having to mark every stitch, or as in some cases, I just went with going with the number of stitches in the row and just going for it and hoping for craziness. But the main reason for doing this particular pattern is not a great big love of rodents, that's for sure, but it was to test out a pattern by Projectarian. What I liked about this one, and what I've learned about her patterns, is that she uses some really cool, unique construction to get the shapes. She's also not afraid of mixing textures. Now this is supposed to be one that you can turn inside out and it turns into a strawberry. I chose not to do that because I was already losing the will to live while doing the ears. These are 2 different yarns, if you can tell, because I ran out of this one. And so this one, same size yarn, but it's a slightly larger ear. But I've decided that I do not mind. I love him for all of his imperfections. What was just said about him? Oh, isn't he ugly? Well, yeah, but in a cute, fuzzy, furry way. Yeah. So, this is possibly one of the most challenging things I've crocheted since I started crocheting, to be completely honest. I don't really know what a jerboa is. I don't know where they're from, I don't know why they are, and I haven't used fur yarn for a long time. So interesting time, interesting construction, and I'm glad I made him. But what will I do with the rest of the ball of yarn? I don't know. All I can say is this: I ordered 5 balls of yarn, and somehow there was only 4 balls of yarn available at Spotlight, so it only sent me 1. I still have yarn left, so this part, not a yarn eater. These parts, yarn eater like there's no tomorrow. Right, so that's my jerboa. Bring on the Projectarian and Hobie cow. I can't wait to see what happens next. We'll catch you next week. Bye.